It's a beautiful sunny morning, and here we are at park number 3, which means we're making BarkLife number 3. This lovely, lovely spot is called Victoria Park. It's full of friendly dogs and friendly people. I do love doing that. We should almost give parks a friendly rating. Because again, I've been standing here while Mike fartasses around with his camera, and about 3 people wandered past and smiled and said hello. And one bloke had a hat exactly the same as mine. So there you go. So we're about to go for a stroll round. So I have no idea what's going to happen or what we're going to find, but if you want to come and join us, that'd be very nice to have your company. Right, first things first, let's get the dogs going. Mabel! Because they're off making friends, you see. I like that. BarkLife 2 was a park called Greville Smythe, named after Sir Greville Smythe, who gave the land to the people of Bristol. And I did some research, and it turns out, well, you watch the film, you'll see, he wasn't altogether a nice man. Anyway, it turns out he also was involved with this park, and I thought, maybe he was trying to atone for his sins by giving the people of Bristol a second park. I thought, isn't this nice? Because it is a lovely piece of land, very nice. And then I read up about it this morning. He didn't give it to the people of Bristol, he sold it to the people of Bristol for £2.5 million at today's prices. Now, bearing in mind that he inherited his money. He had already inherited money, and it gave him £1.5 million a year. So basically, he could have given this to the people of Bristol, but oh no, he chose to sell it for even more money. This is why rich people are rich, because they're greedy bastards, I guess. But, hello. I'm being approached by a small elephant. Hello, small elephant. He's staying in character, he's not talking.
Yeah, that's it.
As Mike has just said, spring is springing. So the birds are singing, the flowers are blooming, the sun is shining. The last year seems like a sort of bad dream that we've woken from, which is fantastic. And I happen to know there's a coffee wagon. Well, there was, last time I was here, there was a coffee wagon up by the play park, just up there. Oh, I can't see it now, but we'll go and look in a minute. Oh no. If that's not there, that'd be terrible. Anyway, so the reason I wanted to talk was this. I've just realised, some people went past with some little kids with hats on, and I was chatting to them. And because of this mic, it always seems like I talk, and then no one ever talks back to me. It's because it's a close mic, so it's not that I'm the park idiot that everyone ignores, although I may be. Did you film that, Mike? You filmed that? See that again? I was chatting to that lovely lady, but on camera it'll look as if I'm talking and she's ignoring me. It's the way of my life, it really is.
What, being ignored by women?
Mainly my wife, yes. To be fair, and my granddaughters and my daughters. So yes, and Mabel's a woman, I suppose. Right, the reason I wanted to stop here is the park is really pretty. It's a really lovely little park. I came here a few weeks back with my son, actually, and all the dogs. We had a lovely day out. But what I noticed is not just the park that's really pretty, the houses are really pretty. It is a place where gentrification, you can smell gentrification happening. You can smell it, but you can't say it very easily. Gentrification. It's all becoming, everyone's very friendly, and I wonder if house prices are going up. I don't know, who knows, but either way, the houses are getting prettier. Look behind me. Prettily painted houses. Prettily painted, pocket-sized palaces. Most picturesque. Can you tell I used to work with children? Yes! You know what I've just realised? Often when you film me, I've noticed I'm smiling, I'm grinning. When you look at the films, I'm grinning. I've often thought to myself, why do I grin so much? And I've just realised it's because I'm watching the dogs, which are usually out of shot, doing something stupid, like just then. And it makes me laugh. Now, you might not realise this, look at him. But Rufus had a haircut this morning. So this is him looking super smart. Do you feel super smart? Yes. Good. There you go. Be free. It means it's not so hot. Now the sun's shining, which is nice. Anyway, the reason we stopped here, I'm really enjoying this park. It's really nice. I said, it's partially the weather, and everyone's so friendly. But the reason we stopped here is, look behind me, there are two things. There's a play park. I call it a free-range play park. It's just sort of built on grass. Loads of kids, really happy, enjoying themselves. And there's this thing behind me, this brick thing. It's called a water maze. It's built recently, in the 80s, I think. And notice this one, which quite frankly is underwhelming. It's pretty crap. There's no water in it for a start. And no one's bothering with it. As always, the local mayor, who was around at the time, and the council, they've all put their names around it, like they're so proud of it. And it's crap. And the play park, which is really brilliant, there's no names on it. There's a moral there. Come on then. Come on. Now, I've got to tell you something. If you think the dogs look confused coming up this hill, you're right, because this is the second time we walked up it. Because the first time Mike forgot to press the right button. But anyway, the reason we're walking up this hill twice is because of the view behind me. When you get to the top, there's a little lookout spot just up here. There's a really nice view, particularly on today when it's so sunny. And what I like about it is this. There's a tower just behind me, and that is Brandon Hill. And if you watch BarkLife 1, that's where we went, Brandon Hill. In front of Brandon Hill, there's like a sort of greeny blue turquoise copper roof and some masts sticking up. And that's the SS Great Britain. And this side of that is Greville Smythe Park, where we went in BarkLife 2. And now BarkLife 3 we're here. And I'm thinking next time, BarkLife 4, I'm thinking of going to the Clifton Suspension Bridge. There's a lovely park around there. And in front of that, so you can see the suspension bridge in the distance, Bristol is famous for, of course, and the cathedral. So yeah, there you go. I love it. You can see all the landmarks. I mean, you can also see quite a lot of hideous 60s buildings since the war, basically. The Germans came over and bombed the crap out of Bristol, and then the council made it worse by rebuilding it in a really horrible way. Here we are in the middle of a wild wood. The dogs just shot off because they saw a squirrel. So the dogs are chasing squirrels in the wild wood here. You just turn around 90 degrees and you can see we're in the middle of a city. Just over there, there's a whole load of houses. Isn't that nice? I really like this park. You know what? I've noticed Rufus comes for a stroke and a cuddle. Mabel only comes if I got snacks, and I left the snacks in the car. But that wasn't why I sat down here, was it? The reason I sat down here is this makes me think of Narnia. I don't know if it's just me. It just looks like something out of Narnia. And the other thing I was going to say is this. A lot of the benches in this park are really cute. They've got really nice wrought iron sort of bodywork, and on the side it says Victoria Park, and it's picked out in white paint. And it looks ever so lovely. But the trouble is, Mike wants to film me, sitting on these benches, because it's such a nice sunny day, they're all taken. But I don't mind, I get to sit on the Narnia lamppost bench. So there you go. But you know what? It's been a long stroll, long lovely stroll. And now we're at the top of the hill, well it's just over there, top of the hill, and the coffee shop beckons, so I'm going to go get coffee. And I'll see what time it is. Oh yes, it's lunchtime. Coffee and a sandwich. Come on Mike, time to get coffee.
What are you filming?
Oh, it's just for a YouTube thing we do. Do you have a name for the van? I meant to ask.
Yes, it's Stuffed. S-T-U-F-F-E-D.
Stuff. The van isn't called Stuff though, is it? Poor little thing.
No, she's called April.
April, there you go. I like that. It is not easy to eat when you're being watched, and I'm being watched very closely by two small, fluffy dogs. It's too hot, and it's vegan dogs. You would be disappointed. That's a good question. Would they be disappointed with vegan food? I think you probably would. But anyway, cheers. What do you say before you eat? You don't say cheers. What do you say before you eat, Mike?
Oh, bon appetit.
Bon appetit, that's what she said. Bon appetit. Mmm. Oh. It's very good. Mabel, come on. Mabel! Mabel! She's gone the wrong way. Mabel! God. Seriously. Come on, Scratchy. She'll run away. She's very good at running away, don't worry. He is like a... Yeah, no, he's a bit shy. She'll let him stroke her, but he's a bit shy. But he does feel like a fluffy teddy bear, this one. Yeah. Mummy... We've got grandkids, you see, they're very used to... He's used to being picked up by small children, so he runs away if he can. There you go, just... There you are. Come on.